You have connected an app to your calendar or your email at some point. Today we look at what that connection is and why there used to be so many of them. One plug for every tool. At some point you connected an assistant to your calendar or your email or your files. You clicked allow and it worked. It felt like plugging something in. Somebody built that connection though, so who? And more to the point, who builds the next one and the one after that? Hold on to this third one, because the answer surprises people. Does any of this decide what the agent is allowed to touch? So this is where we start. Connections like that were mostly built by hand, one pair at a time. On the left, applications. A chat app, an editor, an assistant, something running in the background. On the right, the things they might want to reach. Your calendar, your email, your files, a search index. Take one connection. Somebody sat down and wrote it. And that app wants the other three as well, so that is 3 more. And then every other application wants the same 4. 4 applications, 4 tools, 16 separate pieces of work. Now I want to be careful here because the honest version of this is a shape, not a history. Ways of describing an interface already existed. This was never nothing. What was true is that each pairing was somebody's job. And the cost is in the arithmetic. Add one tool, and you owe every application another integration. Now the same picture with one thing added in the middle, a shared way for a tool to describe itself and for an application to ask. Right now, the one people mean is called MCP, and that name is the part of this episode most likely to date. The shape is the part that will not. Each application learns that one way, once. And each tool describes itself in that one way, once. Same boxes, same places, only the wiring changed. And now adding a tool is one piece of work instead of one per application. One correction, because it is easy to come away with half of this. What sits on the right is not only actions to run. A calendar might offer an action, create an event. It might also offer content the model can simply read, here is next week. And it might offer a ready-made instruction an application can reuse, a worked example of how to phrase a reschedule. The people who build these call those 3 things tools, resources, and prompts. That last word is unlucky, by the way. It does not mean the thing you type. It means a canned instruction the tool hands out. So back to that third question. Does any of this decide what the agent is allowed to touch? Partly, and less than you would hope. The protocol does carry machinery for signing in and for granting access, so which tools you are even offered can depend on it. But that is a different question from whether an action is a good idea. Nothing in a description format asks that. It does not make anything trustworthy. What it does is make reach cheap. And cheap reach is genuinely useful. Most of the time it is exactly what you want. It is also why the next 2 episodes exist. So, every application times every tool is a lot of pairs for somebody to build. One shared description collapses that down to each side speaking once. It changed the shape of the work. What it did not do is decide what any of this deserves to be trusted with. Next time, what an agent actually remembers. It can reach almost anything now, but how does it keep track of what it is doing?